Hi you guys, it's me Vijayreyna back at it again with another video. My name is Vijayreyna for those of you guys who are new. I am a up and coming pageant analyst. If you guys want to join the Reyna family, then go ahead and give me a subscription down below and you guys will be part of the Reyna family. I make videos quite often right now because we're in the midst of pageant season and I'm just like, wow, there's a lot going on. So definitely put on the post notifications down below so you guys can keep up to date with when I give new videos. Guys, you guys were talking about my lighting. Some people said to use natural light, but let me guys show you guys what happens when I use natural light. So right now I have a big, like giant window behind me with natural light, but it's very cloudy. So let me show you. Oh wait, hold on. No, hold on. That's natural light. That's one light. That's two light. Let's get into the video. I have been requested a lot to talk about my thoughts about Victoria. For you guys who don't know, VVV is one of the contestants that was formerly part of Miss Universe Philippines 2021. This last edition of 2024, and then went on to Miss Universe New Zealand to snatch the crown. So now she is our Miss Universe New Zealand 2024. Congratulations, VVV. You worked so hard to be represented at the Miss Universe platform and stage. So let's all give her a big congratulations, guys, because it's obvious and evident by her persistency that this is one of her dreams. And we love to see when people succeed and they fulfill their dreams. So let's just give her a round of applause. Yay! Good job, VVV. We're very proud of you and much love. But let's get into my thoughts. A lot of people are asking me, do you think that VVV could win? And guys, I'm gonna be honest, I can never remember VVV's full name and order. I know it's Victoria Velasquez Vincent, I think, but I always feel like I mess it up. So Victoria Velasquez Vincent. Yes, I was right. Okay, so well, we're gonna call her VVV. So Victoria Velasquez Vincent, or VVV for short, which is what I'm going to call her because it's easier, is a very known, really renowned known pageant a contestant and now Miss Universe New Zealand. And she's really known for her stint at the Miss Universe Philippines competition. And then, like I said already, she went on to win the Miss Universe New Zealand crown. A lot of people are asking me what I think about VVV, whether I think she can win the crown or not. How do I think her chances are at winning at Miss Universe? And let me say a few things first. Anyone could win the crown, right? Anyone can win the crown. It's not impossible. There's no girl that is incapable of winning the crown. If you won your national competition, then you have obviously what it takes to win a pageant. And so therefore you're at Miss Universe for a reason, because there is a potential for you to win the crown. So VVV can win the crown. But let's get into more specifics. I'm going to walk you guys through my thoughts about VVV all the way from 2021 when she first competed at Miss Universe Philippines and we were first introduced to her, all the way to like current day, okay? Hi guys, I feel like you guys were really far away, so I brought you guys closer to the camera. That way you guys can feel a little bit more personal and at home, and that's why I was like, let me go ahead and bring you guys to like closer. Okay, so Victoria Velasquez, or VVV, Victoria Velasquez Vincent, sorry, or VVV, she is a really remarkable queen. Back in 2021, I remember seeing her and I was like, this girl's really good. I did have her in my top 5. She was not my predicted winner. My predicted winner was Katrina Di Maranan. I've been watching Miss Universe Philippines since 2020, Rebecca Mateo's year. So I did watch her full edition. I did learn a little bit about her, but I still really was drawn to Katrina Di Maranan. I think a lot of us were, because she's just very bakla. She's very funny. I don't know. I really like her personality. So I did not have VVV as my predicted winner. She didn't end up winning, but she did get to the top 5 as I predicted. So then there was a hiatus. I think a lot of us, including myself, thought she was going to come back right away because she was so close that many of us were probably like, oh, like probably she's going to like, you know, come back and snatch the crown the next year. Just kind of like what Michelle D did during her edition. But she didn't end up doing that. She ended up taking a few years of a break, and then she came back in this past edition of Miss Universe Philippines 2024. So back in 2021, the reason why she wasn't my predicted winner was a few reasons. So let's talk about my reasonings for not putting her as my winner. And I think there was improvement from 2021 to 2024, but I still didn't have her as my winner. My winner for 2024 was Stacey Gabrielle. So I'll tell you guys my thoughts and my criticisms and the things, constructive criticisms, and the things that I think Victoria has been doing really well in, and that she continues to improve. Overall, I don't really have anything bad to say about VVV. My constructive criticisms are very like, I don't know, they're very little because there's not a lot that she needs to improve upon. I mean, for one, she obviously has a fluency on the English language. As much as I would love to say that English is not a requirement for Miss Universe, which it's not because Shanice Palacio is a Spanish speaker, a current reigning Miss Universe, it does help because the thing is English is one of those languages that are more universal, and sometimes translation can be lost with the translator. I mean, Miss Cosmo is a great example about how a bad translator can completely ruin your chances of winning. So, you know, if you can speak English, it's typically a language that the judges typically will understand and whatnot, so it helps. So VVV has the proficiency and fluency in English really well. She's obviously, again, from New Zealand, so it's a native language, English, that she learned and she grew up with. In addition to that, she is well educated. I think that she got her master's maybe in architecture or something of that nature. So she's really well educated. She walks pretty well. I think swimsuit is her stronger, what is it called? Like part of the competition relative to evening gown. But either way, she's a strong walker. She's pretty tall. I think she has to be like 5'10" or 5'11". At least when you stand her up next to the other girls at Miss Universe Philippines, she's really tall. Haven't actually researched her height, and not that height matters, but it does obviously help when a girl has the physique of VVV. It just helps you stand out a little bit more. I mean, we are inclusive of all bodies here on Vijayreyna's channel. There's no body that is better than another. So moving on from that, my constructive criticism with VVV and the reason why I did not have her as my winner back in 2021, and still a little bit, but not as much of a reason for 2024, was mostly because of, okay, how do I say this? And let me make this very clear. This is not a problem that I'm seeing for VVV currently at Miss Universe. So what I'm about to say does not apply for today. This is a critique that I had back in 2021, but she kind of fixed it. So I don't think it's really relevant. I'm gonna say it anyways because otherwise this video will just be, she's gonna do great. All right, bye. So for those of you guys who are requesting a video, I guess I'll just say it because I'm guessing you guys are really curious about what I'm thinking. So I'll just tell you, back in 2021, I felt like I had the same issue with her that I had with Michelle D before Michelle D became Miss Universe Philippines. She was a little on camera. I feel like she was very guarded, very guarded, her personality. And what I mean by that was she wasn't maybe as like friendly or approachable. Not friendly, she was friendly, but maybe she wasn't as approachable or inviting or welcoming as some other queens. For instance, when you see Shanice Palacio, she's always very fierce, but she's still very welcoming, very heartwarming, and you feel very invited by her. She has a very inviting personality and aura. Same thing with queens like Stacey Gabrielle. Stacey Gabrielle has a beautiful aura. I don't have to know her personally to just kind of get this sense of welcomeness, warmth, and this inviting spirit. Even Chelsea Manalo has that same like very inviting, welcoming aura to her. And VVV back in 2021, I think she lacked that. And I think that that was a critique that was given to her because I noticed in 2024 that there was a big effort by the Miss Universe Philippines team for her. I think she represent Bacoor, to push her as a more inviting and welcoming contestant. Michelle D had a big switch up. When Michelle D won at Miss Universe Philippines, her guards went down, like her walls went down. She was very welcoming, very inviting. I fell in love with Michelle D, not during the Miss Universe Philippines competition, but after she won it. After she won it, I don't know what happened. I don't know if she just felt more relaxed or what, but she just came across much more inviting, much more welcoming, much more, just that in general. And I really fell in love with Michelle D after she won Miss Universe Philippines. Before that, I still liked her. I thought she was a solid contestant, but I didn't feel that same warmth that I felt from other queens. After she won Miss Universe Philippines, that completely just changed. She was a lot more open, and I feel like the same thing has happened with VVV. So that was the critique that I had for VVV prior to her winning, but ever since she started at Miss Universe 2024, I feel like she really addressed that. The only reason I think VVV didn't move on to the top 5 of Miss Universe Philippines, I think literally the only reason was her choice in evening gown. I think that her preliminary evening gown at Miss Universe Philippines 2024, and I'm talking about that because that's where Miss Universe Philippines 2024 was not that far from Miss Universe New Zealand, and obviously she did not win or even make the top 5 at Miss Universe Philippines 2024, so I think it's important to address why, because that was within the last few months, so we want to make sure that we talk about that because that is kind of relevant since it was literally just a few months ago. And Miss Universe New Zealand, let's be honest, it's just not the same caliber and competitiveness as Miss Universe Philippines. I would argue that Miss Universe Philippines is freaking harder to win than Miss Universe. Like, it's a very competitive, you guys. Like, if you guys know anything about Miss Universe Philippines or Miss Universe Thailand, like, it's a very competitive. You just can't waltz in there and expect to just win with anything. You have to bring your absolute best, which is important. And that's why, personally, I am always going to be appreciative of Filipino queens because they're always going to have to put their best foot forward. They don't have a choice. At the same time, I'm going to be critical because I'm sorry, if you guys don't want pageant analysts to be critical of your guys' queens, then don't produce such good queens. Year after year, you guys have really great queens. So of course our expectations are high for those queens because they're really good at what they do. Filipino queens are notoriously good, and VVV might be representing New Zealand, but she was trained in the Philippines for majority of her pageant career, and she competed mostly there. That's why I consider her Miss Universe New Zealand, obviously, but she still at heart is a Filipino queen, right? So I had the same exact expectations from her that I have for Chelsea Manalo or any other queen from the Philippines, or even from Thailand or countries like Venezuela or Colombia, or even my motherland, which is India. Like, I have high expectations. If a queen from India can't speak, I'm going to be critical of that because Indians are known to speak. If a queen from the Philippines is not like well-rounded, I'm going to be critical of that because you guys have the resources to produce a really well-rounded queen, and you guys have the queens to be well-rounded. So if they're not, I'm going to be like, well, why not? Because there's no reason, you know? For me to sit here and say that VVV is not capable of improving the things that I'm speaking to would be me saying that VVV isn't capable of improving at all, which is not true. She's a smart girl. She's very capable, and I know she can always do better. In life, you can always do better. Even myself, I tell myself, Vijay, you can do better. You can improve. And it's not a bad thing, right? It's just motivating. It's like encouraging someone. So with the VVV, her thing was the evening gown. The evening gown itself and the styling was not the best. So what I mean by styling is I'm not talking about her styling throughout the entire competition, just specifically during the finale evening gown segment. Her preliminary evening gown, I'll put it up here, it was beautiful. That type of softer glam on VVV is just mwah, it's chef's kiss. VVV does really well when she has more of a girly girl, softer type of look. It just looks so good on her. And I really loved her preliminary evening gown presentation. I loved the styling, I loved the gown, I loved the way that she walked. Her aura was just phenomenal, right? And I was almost sure, like, okay, she's gonna make top 5 during the finales and she might win because we know she can speak pretty well. But then the finales came around, I'm not gonna lie, and this is coming from someone who has never really been like a diehard VVV fan. I've always liked her, I've always appreciated her, but you know, like, she was never my like #1 girl, right? Like, she was not my bias. Stacey Gabrielle was. So I'm being very honest here when I say that during preliminaries, she was astonishing. She was gorgeous. She was probably one of my top 5 girls for evening gown at the preliminaries. But we're not judging the preliminaries, or if we are, I don't know how Miss Universe Philippines works, but it's not as judged as the finales. During the finales, that gown was just, I knew right away, she's not going to make top 5. And it's not because she's not a top 5 caliber girl. It's because these dark burgundy and maroon colors, first of all, they're not the best color to go with for anybody because it's a more older color. I don't know how else to explain it. burgundies and maroons and deep purples, I would stay away from them if I was a contestant, only because they typically tend to age the girl. Additionally, her makeup. VVV has very beautiful, unique, and bold features. She does not need a lot of makeup, you guys. Like, she does not need harsh contour or harsh red deep blush or a deep set dark red lipstick. She needs like a light pink blush, a light makeup. Like, that is really good. She just needs like a little bit of highlighting of the features she already has. She has a very chiseled nose, a very chiseled jaw, very chiseled cheeks. She has a very beautiful deep set, pretty eyes. She has beautiful hair. So she doesn't need a lot. When you put a lot of like contouring and heavy makeup on VVV, it just becomes overpowering. So I think that the addition of the evening gown for her top 10 performance at Miss Universe Philippines 2024, along with a little bit of like really too bold of makeup, I think that kind of set her back from advancing forward. Also, gowns. VVV is, again, we talked about this. She's a tall girl. She's a girl who has a very long, like limbs. Like, what is the word? I don't know. She's very elongated, right? She's an elongated neck, elongated arms, elongated legs. And I'm telling you that as someone who's literally like, guys, like, I'm literally 6'1". I am 6 feet 1 inch tall. Are we liking it or no? Ignore the pants. I'm not gonna wear these pants with this, but do we like this? Okay. My arm like span is huge, okay? Like, I have very long legs just like VVV. You can't really see it as much, but I have a decently long neck because I'm a tall guy and VVV is a tall woman. If I do this, my neck looks shorter, okay? Look. Versus this, okay? If I bring my neck collar down, if I do this versus this, it's always gonna be better to show the neck off. You see what I'm saying? Like, it just looks better. VVV, we just need to keep her neck shown, keep it open. I don't know when collars started to become part of a thing in pageantry. I remember seeing Miss Puerto Rico 2022 wear a collar for her dress, and Miss India this year, Ria Singha, just wore this yellow gown with a collar. I don't like the collar thing. It's a personal opinion. I do not like the collar thing. Please, like, just let it go. Like, just stop doing the collar thing. I don't know where it came from, but I think it just shortens the neckline of the girl. And Victoria Velasquez Vincent VVV has a beautiful neckline. I would love for them to just accentuate it and let it be. If anything, put a little necklace around it or something if you want to highlight her like elongated neck, but you don't need to like cover it completely up. It's not doing justice for her features. I think that VVV is going to make the top, what is it now, you guys, 30 or something? Like, what the heck is going on with this pageant? This edition is so weird. So I think it's top 30 this time. I think Victoria, like VVV is going to make the first cut for sure, because she can speak, okay? Her interview is going to be fine. After that, I think she'll do fine. I think she can make it to the top 5 even, to be honest. But the thing is, I have not researched all the candidates and the contestants yet, so I really can't tell you guys whether or not she's gonna make the top 5 in my opinion, because I don't know yet. This edition of Miss Universe is weird, you guys. First of all, don't we have like 100+ countries? And then also, there's a lot of small countries that are not powerhouse that are really doing well, like Denmark and Finland and Aruba and Bonaire. And I'm like, where are these girls freaking coming from? So I don't know, to be honest, because I haven't seen all of them. And I'm trying to get through all the girls and research them and be fair, but I have so many girls this year that is really hard to do. I only know VVV because I'm familiar with her, because I'm familiar with Filipino pageantry. So, but it's hard to tell, like, relative to other contestants where she stands, because I have not got to see all the other contestants. And if you guys want me to be like a kiss ass, I can be like, of course she's gonna win, or I can just be honest and say I don't know yet, because I mean, she can win, because anyone can win, but I don't know where she stands in my opinion, because I don't know where the other girls stand yet. I will say on her own, I think she's gonna do good. Like, I don't see a problem with her. As long as her evening gown is a good evening gown that suits her, I think she'll be fine. It's my same critique that I had for Miss Universe India. So for those of you guys who are gonna comment and be like, screw you, Vijayreyna, for critiquing VVV and her evening gown was great. You guys need to honestly just relax and take a step back. This is not this is just an opinion, you guys. I go watch my Miss Universe India critique. I said the same thing. Miss Universe India is notorious for having not the best gowns. Miss Grand International was the first time that I was honestly impressed with a Miss India gown ever, this last edition. So it's not I'm not singling VVV out. There are years and years and years of girls and countries full of girls who do not have the best gown. The thing about VVV is she's a very like good contestant. She's very capable of doing well, and that's why I expect an amazing gown for her. Because can you imagine her in a okay gown? Like the gown that she wore at Miss Universe Philippines Top 10 wasn't bad, okay? I mean, I was not personally like the biggest fan of it, but it wasn't bad. And she's a really beautiful girl, so she still stood out. But can you imagine her in something like phenomenal? Like just phenomenal. Like imagine putting VVV in like, I don't know, even like Michelle D's gown at Miss Universe finale, or like Rachel Gupta's gown, like this last edition. I mean, like just something like phenomenal. She would look so good. I think she looks really good. If you want my opinion, I think VVV looks really good in pastels and baby pinks, baby blues. Those type of colors I think really suit VVV with her skin tone and just her like bold features. It balances out the bold. Like the soft colors balance out her bold features. And I think that that will look really good on her. So I would love to see her in like a pastel color or a white. Like, oh, can you imagine her in like a white dress with like a cape, like a white cape? Oh my God, like she would look so good in white. I really hope to see her in white, but VVV would look phenomenal in white. So someone go tell VVV to get a white gown or a pastel gown or baby pink, baby blue. Those will look really good on her. Stay away from the dark set colors like deep reds, burgundies, maroons, deep purples. Stay away from those. They don't really suit a lot of girls well, especially if you have lighter skin. It's not, no color is bad on any girl can wear any color, but the shade of the color matters. So it's not that VVV can't wear red or purple or whatever, but it should be more of a pastel or lighter red, purple, pink, whatever. You get what I'm saying? I could see her in a royal blue though. A royal blue would look really good on a VVV, like really good. And I don't have the ability to like, I'm not tech savvy enough to take a picture of VVV and like paste on a dress. I don't know how to do that, but I think she would look phenomenal in like any of those colors. I think if she goes to the darker color, it will wash her out. Girls who look good with burgundy and with like deep purple or anything of that nature are more like girls with darker skin, like morenos or kayumangi. Those girls look really good with darker colors, but those girls can wear like a lot of different colors because kayumangi or morena skin tones typically lend well to those colors. Like I could see Chelsea Manalo in a burgundy. I can see her in a deep purple. I can see her in a royal. I can see Chelsea Manalo in a lot of different shades because girls who are morena and kayumangi, it looks really good against their skin tone. But VVV has a similar skin tone to me. I have a lot of lighting on right now, but if you take the lighting away and see me in natural light, I have an olive skin tone complexion, and VVV also has more of an olive skin tone complexion. So like whites will look good on her. I'm telling you the colors that look good on me that will look good on her, okay? That's what I'm saying. We have similar skin tone. So I can really see her in those shades. I think VVV will do really, really great. I know this analysis was a little bit haphazard. It's not my best, to be honest. And it's only because I don't have a lot to say about her. Like, she's pretty good. Like, there's nothing really wrong with VVV. And I'm just being nitpicky just to give you guys something to, I guess, yeah. I don't know, because she fixed a lot of the things that I would have told you that I think I would have constructively critiqued her back in 2021. I think she's a lot more open and friendly now. I think her styling looks great at Miss Universe so far. I've been a really big fan of VVV styling at Miss Universe thus far. I mean, she looks phenomenal. I think she speaks well, so what's the problem with that? She performs pretty good. I just think that she needs to make sure she has a good evening gown for the finale, because I can see her making it that far. She's a beautiful girl. Like, yeah, I mean, the only one who's gonna stop VVV from getting to the top is VVV herself. But yeah, eventually in the next week or so, I'll come out with my standouts and my hot picks. I don't know if I'll make a leaderboard because there's too many girls. Ugh. But I might make like a vijayreyna's like out of 10, what do I think that their chances of winning? If you guys are interested, so I can put VVV on there as well, because I'm a little bit more familiar with her, so it's easier to kind of rank her. If I had to rank her right now on the top of my head, again, I just can't, because I need to look at her relative to the other girls and the other contestants. And you can have a girl who is great, just like VVV, but if the other girls are like, oh my God, phenomenal, then it might adjust the way that I look at her in relative to other competitors. So yeah, I don't know. What would you guys suggest for VVV? I don't really see a lot inherently wrong with this contestant. She's pretty well rounded. Guys, this is my video. Please make sure you guys give it a like. Please guys make sure you guys subscribe to my channel and turn on post notifications. My name is Vijayreyna. I would love for you guys to join my Reyna family. Guys, if you guys disagree with my opinions, please go ahead and put it down in the comments below. Or if you agree with it, put it in the comments down below. Put your country's flag down in the comments down below. Please understand that my commentary is just my opinion. You guys are not forced to agree with me. I ask that if you do disagree, just disagree kindly in the comments. I think that sometimes we can get very opinionated and very passionate about our country or a contestant that we really love, that we start to be mean to other people and their opinions. I'm just a guy on YouTube. I'm just a random person. I would really appreciate it if you could be respectful to me in the comments. I don't want to have to delete anyone's comments, but if it's attacking me, then I will have to delete it, because it's my channel, and I very much value my peace and sanity. And I do have feelings, so don't hurt my feelings. If you guys have a critique about VVV or any of the other contestants, please be mindful about how you say it. Be kind in the comments down below. We don't know if these girls see my videos or not. I've had a few of them see and watch my stories on Instagram, so I do know some of them are watching. And VVV has been one of those girls who have seen my story before on Instagram. So please be kind, okay? You guys can be constructive. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. So just say it in a kind way and wish her luck. Let's all keep VVV in our prayers. Let's all make sure that we wish VVV good luck. Let's cheer her on. And VVV, if you're watching this, no matter what you place, it doesn't matter, because we are very proud of you, both as your Kiwi fans in New Zealand, your Filipino fans, and like myself, your international fans from other parts of the world. You are doing phenomenal, and we are very proud of you. I wish you the best of luck, and I hope that you remember to have fun more than anything else. That's the most important thing. So please enjoy it. I see that you are having reunions with Christina Chalk of Miss Great Britain, and Bahrain, who is a fellow Filipina, and Chelsea Manalo. So it's so great to see you and Christina and Chelsea together. It's very cute, and I hope that you guys are having fun. And yeah, say hi to Miss India for me. Okay, anyways, bye.